Just get your bearings. Feel and sense your body. And the first thing I want you to do is I want you to look down at your feet and tell me, do you have any feet there?
Can't see my feet.
You can't see your feet. I want you to just move from the left to the right. So just get the sensation that you can sway to the left and the right. And the more I talk to you as you're swaying from the left to the right, the more the images will become clearer and clearer. So you can use your senses and knowing. And I want you to feel that you're glancing left and right and sense. Do you feel that you're inside or outside?
I'm inside.
You're inside. Uh-huh. And as you're looking in this landscape in your mind now, what do you imagine is around you? Describe it to me.
I'm in a castle or old stone building.
You're in a castle
Mm.
of an old building?
Or an old stone building. I feel
Stone
it's like
building.
a castle.
Mm-hmm.
Old stone building.
Mm-hmm. And with the vast awareness and knowledge that you have now, I want you to tell me just the first thing that comes to mind. What country are you in?
I'm in France.
You're in France. Uh-huh. And in a moment I want to tap you on the forehead. And when I tap you on the forehead, you'll see some numbers, and that'll be the year that you're in France. So when you're ready, 3, 2 and 1. What year is it there?
1462.
1462. Thank you very much. And I want you to sense the energy of your body and tell me, are you male or female?
Female.
You're female. Mm-hmm. So take a look at yourself, your hands, your legs, feel your head, see if you've got something on your head. Tell me, what are you wearing?
I'm tied up.
You're tied up?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. How old are you? Just see some numbers.
Early 20s.
Early 20s. Uh-huh. So I want you to go into the sensation now, into the knowingness of this journey. And tell me, why are you tied up?
Because I think I'm a witch.
Oh, they think you're a witch? Mm-hmm. I see. So tell me, do you live in a tribe there?
I live in a small village.
You live in a small village? Mm-hmm. So why do they think you're a witch? What were you doing?
Because I make things with herbs.
Oh, so you make things with herbs? Mm-hmm. Yeah. So how are you feeling? Get the sense of the feelings that you're feeling now as you're tied up as a witch. What's going to be happening there?
I feel a lot of anguish.
You feel a lot of anguish,
Yeah, uncertainty.
uncertainty. Mm-hmm. Well, I want you to see the next scene in front of you. Pan out. Just go forward in that scene now to the next time, the next significant part of that. See yourself. Do you escape from that place?
What I'm getting the sense of is like hot iron or something.
Hot irons.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Well, totally detached from any pain, fear or emotion. What I want you to do is be an observer of the scene now. And as I continue to talk to you, I want you to connect with that story and that journey and explain to me about these hot irons.
There's a monk or some priest or something there, and it's like he's trying to perform some exorcism or something, or
So there's a
ritual
priest.
or something.
There's a priest trying to perform an exorcism.
Some religious thing he's going through.
Yeah. So what's the relation to the hot irons then?
They're going to put them in my eyes.
They're what, sorry?
Put them in my eyes.
They put them in your eyes?
They're going to,
They're going to put the hot irons in your eyes?
yeah.
Knowing that you are more than that body. Is that what they actually do to you?
No, they put them on my body.
They just said that they were doing it on your eyes and they're putting it on your body. And tell me, I want you to go forward in this scene and tell me, do you actually escape this persecution that you're under?
No.
No. Take me to the last day of that life. So go forward, drifting and floating to the last day of that life. Be there now. Describe to me what's going on there. Do you die in that building? Yeah?
Yeah.
Uh-huh. You die in the building. And now that you've come to the end of that time, I want you to raise your soul out of that body there, knowing that you are more than that body. And let's evaluate that life. Why choose a life? What was the contract for you to be in France in 1462?
I was helping people.
The contract was to help.
I was a healer.
Yeah. You were a healer. Did you come down with others then?
Yeah, with 2 others.
2 others? I want you to see the image of those 2 other souls now in front of you. And tell me, what form did they take when they came down here? Were they male or female?
One was male.
Uh-huh. Take a look at that male and look into the eyes, the windows of the soul, and you'll instantly be able to communicate telepathically. Who does he remind you of?
He was my father in that life.
He was your father
Yeah.
in that life?
He's my nephew in this life.
And is your nephew today?
Yes.
Very good. And what about that other soul? Is that a female? Connect with that energy.
Yes.
And tell me, was it male or female?
Female.
Female. And what role did she play in that life?
She was my mother.
She was your mother.
She's my mother now.
And she's your mother today.
Yeah.
Very good. So what I want to do now is, I want to be able to take you on your next step. So I want you to imagine that you're getting lighter and lighter as you slowly detach away from that body. And it's usual that someone or something collects you to take you back home, and as I talk, they'll be getting closer and closer. That's someone or something. And as you look around, I want you to describe, do you see anything there?
I feel a fire.
You feel a fire? Mm-hmm. Is that fire coming towards you now?
It's just all around me.
Mm-hmm. So is it the energy of a fire?
Yeah.
And I want you to connect now, spiritually connect with your knowing, your all-knowing. And what is in relation to this fire energy? Why has that come forward?
To cleanse me.
To cleanse you. Mm-hmm. Now I know why it's there. So I want you to feel that fire energy getting closer and closer to you now. And as I talk, I just want you to go drifting into the vibration and the energy of that fire. Feel yourself getting cleansed from that past life. Feel your soul being restored. How do you feel now?
Lighter.
Lighter. Mm-hmm. So it's normal at this time that you go to your next place, and this could be a group, it could be a different place altogether. So what I want to do is I want to share that journey with you. And I'm going to ask that we travel now. Just feel yourself drifting and floating towards your next step, to the place where you normally go at the end of a life, drifting, floating through time and space. Very good. And I'm going to count from 3 to 1, and when I get to 1, I want you to be in that place that you go to. So when you're ready, 3, 2, and 1. I want you to sense everything around you. And tell me, do you feel that you're alone now, or do you feel that there are others around you?
No, I'm alone.
You're alone? Mm-hmm. So, I want you to imagine what is around you and describe to me what's going on. Is it a light place, a dark place, heavy?
Light.
It's light. Mm-hmm. And what's the purpose of you being in that place? Why is it that you've gone to that place? What do you get from it?
There's some teaching happening.
Some teaching? Mm-hmm. What kind of teaching? Is it the teaching that we know? Or is it a different kind of teaching?
I feel it's like alchemy or something.
Alchemy. Mm-hmm. Has he used this alchemy in his lives?
Yeah.
And how are you taught this? Are there other souls there teaching you, or is it a download?
I mean, non-physical place.
A non-physical place.
There are orbs.
Orbs. Describe these orbs to me. Are they different colours? Or none at all?
I'm in like a field of clouds, but it's all light.
Fields of clouds, but it's all light.
There are these magenta blue orbs just flashing in and out. And
Magenta and blue orbs. I want you to connect with those orbs. Just feel yourself now. Just transport your energy, your telepathy to these orbs. What do these orbs represent?
Angels.
Angels?
Yeah.
So you're surrounded by angels as you're being downloaded all this alchemy. What are you to do with this information? How are you supposed to work it?
I like seeing hieroglyphs. Almost like
Hieroglyphs?
tablets, the stone tablets.
Hieroglyphs and stone tablets? Get a little closer to them. Do you design these tablets and hieroglyphs? Or does someone else?
Their teachings.
They're teaching you.
Given to me.
Well, I want you to be able to connect with a member of your group. Do you have people that you work with up there?
There's like a really bright light right up above me now.
There's a bright light.
Yeah, and it's like there's a beam of lights coming down onto me.
I want you to connect with that beam of light and tell me, what does that represent? Is it a source of energy or a portal or a being?
I feel this protection.
It's protection. So is that the message that they're giving you? That you are well protected? Can I ask what your purpose is? Because we all are with different challenges and different groups. So what's the purpose of you being taught all this? What is it that you're learning?
To transmute the darkness into light.
To transmute the darkness into the light. And do you do this alone, or do you do it with other people? Other souls? Who gives you your orders?
It comes from the angels.
It comes from the angels. Very good. And do we have permission today to go to his elders so that we can get some more information, please? I'd like you now to imagine that you're bringing your elders towards you now. Just feel their presence coming towards you now. And tell me, how many elders do you see in front of you?
4.
4. Describe them to me.
One is like an orange energy. It's formless.
Orange, formless energy. And what about the others?
Yeah, there's like a lilac.
A lilac.
Blue.
Blue.
And green.
And a green.
The lilac and blue are almost like shape-shifting.
Shape-shifting. What do the colours represent? Is there any relevance about the colours? Or is it their characters? What does it mean?
Yeah, it's more to do with their characters and the energy they carry.
Energy. It's more to do with their energy and characters. So as your elders are in front of you now, I want you to glance across and see those 4 elders there now. Until you settle on one of the particular elders, and I want you to telepathically communicate and get a message from your elders. And tell me, what does he say?
You are here to cure the sickness.
You're here to cure the sickness.
Yes.
Describe this sickness to me. Is it an illness of the body?
No, it's of the mind.
It's an illness of the mind. And how's he going to achieve that? Ask the elder, what is it that he's going to be able to do to secure the mind?
Bring in new frequency.
To bring in new frequency. Does he have that frequency now?
Yeah.
He does. And how is he going to bring it in?
It's like he's got an orb of bright light.
He's got an orb of bright light.
He's sticking in the head.
And he's sticking it in your head. So he's kind of activating this energy, this frequency.
Yeah.
And how is he going to work with this frequency on Earth then? How's he going to get the message across?
Through the ley lines.
Oh, he's going to use the ley lines to get the message across. And while I'm up there, I wanted to be able to ask a question about the wormholes that he's talking about. Describe them to me. What do wormholes do?
Transports.
They transport.
Information, energy.
Transport information and energy. Are they used for good or bad?
They can be used for both.
They can be used for both. Thank you. So now what I want to be able to do is I want to be able to talk to Noel's inner self. So thank you for working with me, Spirit. But now all I want you to do is to close that scene. Close that scene now, just as if you were flicking the switch of a remote control. Very good. And I want you now to be able to connect with your inner self, your all-knowing, that subconscious part of your mind. And I'd like the energy of that part of your mind, your inner self, to come forward and use your voice. Good afternoon, inner self.
Hi.
Hi. Inner self, can you describe your energy to me? Are you male or female?
I'm both.
You're both? I'd like to know the purpose of why you're working with my client. What is it that you're both working on?
To help free humanity.
To help free humanity. What is it that you're trying to free humanity from?
The devils.
The devils?
Mm.
Describe these devils to me.
Like orcs.
Like what?
Orcs.
Orcs?
Mm.
And what do these devils, these orcs, do?
They steal and feed on energy.
They steal and feed on energy. Where are these orcs from?
They're from a very deep and early place in the universe.
A very deep and early place in the universe. And tell me a little bit more about that place in the universe. How far away is it? Is it up to the moon and back? Or is it somewhere else?
They're beyond our understanding of time.
Beyond our understanding of time. So it's important then that we bring more light onto the earth.
Yeah.
And before we go into some of the questions that I've got, in itself I just want you to scan this body just as if you were scanning it like a body of light. And I just want to check this body from the top of the head going down, all the way down like X-ray vision. Just checking if there's any change in vibration that we can work with. Going down to the shoulders and the chest, down into
Something in my stomach.
something in your stomach.
Yeah, it's deep.
Something in your stomach.
It's been there a long time.
Okay. So I'm going to be coming to work with you now. So I want to connect with that energy. So as I connect now, I'm going to wait till I can bring that energy to my hand to connect. It's very reluctant energy.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Well, I want this energy to have a voice today, to explain to me just what it's doing inside this body. So I'm going to bring that energy up. I want this energy to know that it's safe. I don't know why. I want this energy to know that it's safe to communicate. So I'm going to bring you up to the voice. So when you're ready, I'm going to bring it up, 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 up. Energy, talk to me. What are you doing down there in the stomach? Feel yourself coming forward now. That's right. How long have you been there in the stomach?
A long time.
A long time?
Many lifetimes.
Many lifetimes. So what symptoms do you cause in them by being in the stomach?
Stopping and moving forward.
You're stopping him from what?
Moving forward.